Welcome back to Super Replay. I am Kyle Hilliard here with Marcus Stewart.
I am Kyle Hilliard here with Marcus Stewart.
Marcus, do you there? Marcus, do you there?
I was adjusting something on OBS and I heard you, but it did not register.
Marcus.
I was just like, what? What's happening? Oh, right. Yes.
Look,
the thing. Yes, I'm
Summer
here.
Game Fest is kind of winding down. Finally, we're still recovering. We're trying to get back to normal-ish, so no worries.
Yeah, it's been a busy week for us, but you know what? We're gonna end this week on the best possible note, which is hanging out with a bear and his jerky bird buddy building stuff.
Jerky bird buddy building. That's what they should have called it. Nuts and bolts was a failure.
Yeah.
Duke Faison subscribed. Thank you. They've been subscribed for 20 months, first of all. And then they said, Happy Nutters and Bolters crew. What's up?
Nutters and bolters. Is that what we're calling the viewers? Do you like it?
I mean, I think that's good. I think I'm cool with that. I think I like that.
Okay. As long as everyone's cool with it. It does remind me of Nutter Butters a little bit, and I don't like that because I don't like Nutter Butters. But
did you also have an experience where you were into them, but then you just ate way too many?
No, you're thinking about salt and vinegar Lay's.
Well, I didn't know if this was a similar situation, because I feel like I had a Nutter Butter situation like that too, where I ate half a box and I was like, well, I'm good on Nutter Butters for the rest of my life.
No, I just and also chat, let us know if everything looks and sounds okay, but
yes.
I just never really liked peanut butter cookies. Despite I like peanut butter and I like peanut butter in sweet things, but peanut butter sandwich cookies. And what the? Oh, I guess I had too many. It's just spilled over.
Oh, geez, yeah. I'm. By the way, Marcus, this is behind the scenes stuff. Are you able to send can I stream what you're seeing over Discord, or do I need to watch it on Twitch?
Wait, are you not? Am I not streaming to you?
No.
It says I am.
Unless no option for me to. Oh wait, there it is. It was okay. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, what?
That's my fault.
Okay.
It was I had to I had to click something different. So anyway.
Right. Sorry, I'm trying to. I think I can only flip it over when I'm in the car, but we may as well get our obligatory Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom comparisons out now, because
yeah.
I'm instinctively wanting to glue all of these Jiggies together so that they all stay in the cart.
All right.
And I can't do that, so I just gotta, dang it, to stack them carefully and also not accidentally fling the ones that I grab. But back to the Nutter Butter thing. I just never really liked peanut butter sandwich cookies. They've always been gross to me, no matter what brand it is. Just
I'm not even the biggest peanut butter guy, honestly. In cookies, I know Reese's is a favorite. It's cool. I'll take a Reese's every now and then, but not a favorite for me.
Do you like a Reese's Puff cereal?
Not particularly, no.
Or another good peanut butter crunch, like Captain Crunch peanut butter crunch.
Yeah, not a favorite. We'll eat it, happily eat it. We'll stop being hungry after I'm done and not complain, but
you won't buy
never one I'll seek out at the grocery store myself.
It's got to be already available.
Yeah. Okay. This is all we have is Reese's Puffs? All right, that's fine. That's me.
Okay. I can respect that. Alrighty. So I just got, you saw, but I got 6 Jiggies for free from cranking that machine. I don't know if I...
Yeah. A nice stab, by the way. They look good. It's a good little stack you made there.
Yeah, but they're about to fall out because I kind of want to take a shortcut and go down here. But they're all going to... who cares? Maybe they'll stay. Oh, wow. Okay, they did.
Oh, hell yeah. Have you been playing Tears of the Kingdom, or are you mostly Diablo?
I haven't played Diablo in a few days. I actually have some pending friend requests that I need to accept, including Alex's.
Oh, hey, you got an achievement. I don't know what you got the achievement for, but you got an achievement.
And also, I'm getting an in-game award for new vehicle parts. Mumbo put following parts in garage store, so Bear can use... Okay, which ones? Oh, a bigger couch. Is that...
For, that you sit on? Okay.
It gives me more strength, what does that mean? Does that mean, durability for the car?
Maybe it was remember how last week the chair just kept getting knocked off? Maybe it prevents that. I actually did end up making a TikTok. I wrote down all the timestamps, so there's a tiny little montage on our TikTok channel of just every time the chair got knocked off.
Oh, really? I need to look that up. I didn't know that. I kind of would like to do that if I can use it on this car, like the basic car. I know they're really stingy about customizing the base car, but I feel like that's there for this, right? Right?
I guess.
Also, what is our base car called? Is it just like the?
Is it in the list?
I mean, I would assume. I don't think it just has a name. I think it's just like, oh, it's carrier car, push car.
It is weird that the one that you like just get that you have to use is basically like a box with wheels. Like they're like, this is the most useful trolley. Okay.
I guess it's the trolley Mark 1? Right? I also have other versions of it. Are these? Oh wait, no. Oh, it is the trolley because we're on Mark 3 or Mark 3 because this has the floaters. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, let's take that and let's see if we can put our nice seat on it, so that I can. You know, you're gonna be going on vacation soon. I'd rather you not have to worry about making another TikTok of my chair falling off constantly. Where would that be?
Yeah, what do you want to do next week, by the way? You just play something different?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I might be going too. But,
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
considering it.
Not our problem then.
Yeah.
No, I'll be on vacation next week, so might have to take a week off or replay. We'll see. Somebody's usually available to stream something.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what this would it be a body? No, that's like general parts. Where would oh, seats. Duh, it's right up top. Excuse me. All right, standard. I don't have. Oh, I only have passenger seats. I don't have. I guess.
So you cannot switch out your own seat then.
I don't have any other. I can. I just don't have seats for it. Like standard is that, I think. I just haven't collected any standard seats, but I have 2 passenger seats. So, I mean, how often are we collecting buddies? And also, this thing's almost as big as the.
It's like only the taxi missions,
this is a good
right?
spot right in front where I can't see.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, who needs to look?
Maybe off to the side, like those little sidecars on motorcycles.
There's no way it doesn't tip that, though, right? Doesn't that tip it?
So the moment I leave this garage. All right.
I guess you just don't really need it. That's so weird.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, if I find like a new seat for Banjo, then cool. All right, we have some more Jiggies to collect, guys. It's Jiggy time. That's the catchphrase of the week. Jiggy time. I've decided. Let's see, I've got a free one here. Where's the crank for you? There you go. Why is it so far away?
Duke Faison asks, and I don't know if we answer this like singularly on the Game Informer Show podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have a single favorite game announcement from Summer Game Fest, PlayStation, Xbox Showcase, all that stuff? We ran down a few of our favorites, but I don't know if we picked a top of the heap.
Yeah, we didn't rank them. I was thinking about this morning, so I was actually listening to. I was listening to Nextlander sort of recap it, and I think more and more it might be Prince of Persia.
That was my inclination too.
It might be like in terms of like not having really any, like there are games that I'm excited about, or like there's stuff that I've known about that you're like, oh, I'm still excited, but like whatever they showed at Summer Games Fest didn't change my base excitement. Like Spider-Man, I guess, is that?
Right. Or Fable,
yeah,
a good one.
Yeah, or like you didn't show enough, and some other stuff is just known quantities. But in terms of like a brand new thing that I have like no hang-ups about, no like fears, and everything I keep seeing about it, I'm like, yeah, that's 100% something that I'm down for. I think it is Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, man, because it was also like the biggest truly surprise.
Yeah, especially like with that remake sort of struggling, I would not have expected. I mean, we would never get Prince of Persia announcements anyway anymore. So the idea of like the one that we knew about is on fire currently. You're like, they're not gonna announce another one when they can't get this one out the door.
Yeah.
And not only do they announce it, but they go a cool direction with it, and it looks awesome. Like I watched our 20-minute gameplay that Alex captured while he was at Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, Alex got to play it. Jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous. So like you can, you ever watch demos, like gameplay demos, where it's like, maybe it's something you really like, but you almost feel like you're playing it, or you can kind of feel like your fingers moving a little bit of like, I bet I know what button that move is tied to. Like, I bet that jump is on X and that dash is on a shoulder button. I don't know. I kind of had that sensation of like, it looked so satisfying to play that I was kind of like ghost playing it in my mind.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Maybe this will be a new seed. Oh, a fist. Oh, isn't it? That's Big Boss's fist from Phantom Pain.
It's even red.
Yeah. You think it's a rocket fist? Oh, we got it. Do you think that could...
You see the name, right?
Fulgore. Who's Fulgore?
From Killer Instinct. That's like the robot dude, right?
I don't remember which character he is. I do remember the name now. I only know a few Killer Instinct character names by heart.
Yeah, so he's the robot guy who has like the Wolverine claw on his forearm. Like he was a poster child for Killer Instinct, at least initially. Like the original Killer Instinct, I feel like he was one of the front and center people to play as. Honestly, the Killer Instinct character I've always kind of liked the most is probably the most boring, which is the skeleton one. Oh God, what's his name? Now I forgot his name. Spiral? Is that it? Spinal, right?
Spinal.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
It's weird because he's just a skeleton. But I remember as a kid thinking he was like kind of cool. It's weird that's a cool reference, especially because this is pre-new Killer Instinct, like the Killer Instinct that came out on Xbox One.
Yeah, this is in this era. You're like, well, I guess we'll never get a new Killer Instinct. You know?
Did you ever play that new one? The one that had the weird but kind of cool model where all the characters you had to buy a la carte, and it was like a free-to-play game.
So I think we've talked about this before. Not a big fighting game guy, but I played like a lot of Dead or Alive 4 was like the big one that I got into. But Killer Instinct was actually a big one for me because I had this little like convenience store that was walking distance from my house. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have a lot of cabinets or anything, but they had a Killer Instinct cabinet. And I remember my brother and I dropping a lot of quarters into that thing. And then being surprised that it was like, oh my gosh, this is on Super Nintendo? How did they get that game on Super Nintendo?
Man, what a time when arcades were the pinnacle of like graphics and sound and everything. Like if you wanted the best version of a game, you had to get out of your house and go look for it. And then the home version was always a compromise in one way or another. Like that just seems like so far away. And
I know.
It's one of those things that make you feel old when you realize it. Like there's an entire generation of kids that just do not know or understand that. As I get knocked out of my chair immediately.
I can't. What is with the chair?
I've gotten hit so many times, but now like I'm starting to wonder, like, is there like a hidden like wear and tear system with this car that is only now starting to surface?
I don't know.
We might have to make a shopping trip for a new chair.
By the way, Change Leany in the chat was saying that they're getting some stream stuttering, and Lazarus Orange did as well. And I'm curious if anyone's having problems, if it is still stuttery, or if has sort of.
It looks fine to me.
Cleaned up.
End, but
yeah. Just let us know. Call it out in the chat.
Intermittent. All right. I think this is above me, this Jiggy. Also, look at this new kind of world we're in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is exactly, like theme-wise. Kind of just seems like general grassy beach area, but it's nice looking.
Look, Change Lady says they're watching at 160p and it's still stuttering. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if there's anything. It's one of those things that's like hard to fix on our end. It is stuttery, but not as bad as the infamous Metal Gear Rising Revengeance episode. Does that ring a bell? MGR:R?
There was like one episode where it was just like OBS was not having it. Basically. I think that was me and Blake and Reiner. How does it look on? I don't know if you're. I guess you're watching my stream, but not.
Yeah,
Twitch.
it's a little laggy on my sort of Discord stream, but I always kind of chalk that up to Discord. You know,
Right.
I never really assume that's what other people's stream looks like, but I can pull it up on Twitch. Yeah, because I don't, without shutting down the stream, I don't know if there's any fixes you can really make, are there, Marcus?
I can check. OBS did update recently. I don't know if that
Frickin' OBS.
changed anything. So I was like, yeah, the stream's been fine the last few episodes, so that was pre-update.
Let's see. Duke Faison, both the game and your camera image stops for a second occasionally. Yeah, so I'm watching it and it's like every 10, 15 seconds it stutters,
Okay.
give or take.
So
if you have any ideas.
Settings real quick.
Yeah, sorry to pause the stream, but we want to get this right.
Yeah.
Although someone did tweet at us, Marcus, that nobody likes this game and we should stream something different. So,
Is that so?
sorry, everybody. gotta do something different.
All right. Sorry.
We'll do something different when we're done with this, okay?
Yeah.
How the system works.
Take that, person.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll do next. We haven't really.
I
we're
have
still
an
focused
idea
on
I was going
Banjo.
to throw your way. I don't know if I want to say it publicly. I could. But I do have an idea that I think would be cool. And I, as far as I know, it's never been done on a replay, like this style of game for Super Replay. But
Interesting. All right.
But it would be topical to an upcoming release.
Yeah, don't. You'll have to share it with me privately. We don't want to.
All right. How about if it's still acting up, I can stop stream and start it again?
I mean, it is still doing its thing. It's still, pausing a little bit here and there.
Okay, let's do that. I'll stop real quick and change a couple things and come back.
Okay, we'll be right.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Are we back?
I think we're back. We should be back.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's see. Marcus. He probably fixed it because he's a genius.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Also, I'm looking at
Ricky
now that I'm
Bobby.
running around. I'm looking at Banjo's feet, and I don't like how finger-like his toes. Like his toes are too long. They're like fingers on his feet. They're not toes. You know what I mean?
Banjo's toes? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. He sounded like his. I don't know. He's got.
He's only got three.
Well, they're
toes.
long though. He's got too much toe, is what I'm saying.
He's got too much toe.
Yeah, I don't.
The stream is back, says Change Leaning. Huzzah. Yeah, let us know if this seems to be going better already, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I tweaked some frame rate stuff, but
Yeah, it still looks good too. Yeah.
cool. Alrighty. We're back,
Okay.
baby. A Dinosaur Story. Remember that movie?
Zang Mask. Oh yeah, of course. The one.
I'm surprised you said, of course. Yeah, that famous
Yeah.
movie everyone talks about.
I know someone who was in it, technically.
Oh,
Like, my wife has worked with this guy whose wife, is a voice in one of the crowd scenes with all the children, if that makes sense.
so your wife's friend's wife.
Yeah, she worked with this guy at a past job, and their wife, she's like, there's like a scene with a lot of kids, I guess, at some point.
Maybe the parade.
Yeah, and she's like a voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then of course we all know it's like the one acting role of Walter Cronkite, I believe, right?
Was he who was he?
He was like that movie is weird, by the way.
If you've never seen
Back.
We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. Wasn't that Don Bluth's last big movie?
I don't think it's a Bluth, actually.
I
Am
thought
I
it was
wrong about that?
I thought it was a Bluth joint.
It's kind of like if it's not Disney during a certain era, it's like Bluth.
Because
But
it's
I
like
think this one.
pre-DreamWorks.
I think this was like an early, DreamWorks wasn't quite had its footing yet. Like
Yeah.
it's a Steven Spielberg sort of produced kind of deal. But there's this
So,
time
speaking of
traveler.
dinosaurs.
There's like a time traveler who picks up or who tries to help children. It's got a really weird
It's
story.
like
A time
surprisingly
traveling
kind of
scientist.
dark at points too.
A time-traveling scientist goes back to prehistoric times and feeds dinosaurs a magic cereal that increases their intelligence.
Like it takes.
Next, they land in modern New York for a series of comic adventures.
And the way to convey that through animation is that the dinosaurs in their original forms look like scary, like seriously drawn dinosaurs. But then when they eat the cereal and they become fun talking dinosaurs, the animation style changes completely. Where like they look a lot softer and they're more expressive. They got big old cartoony eyes. I just remember the scene where they revert back to their like original form and like the little boy's like terrified, and he's like trying to talk to the T-Rex like, no, this isn't you. You know, you're better than this. And he's like, it was like kind of as a kid scary to. It was scary to see the opposite. Like you can go from scary to cute, but then to see it devolve from cute back to scary, I was like, oh god, I don't know if I like this.
The idea of like as a kid, it's a terrifying idea that like something that you saw as fun and trustworthy becomes evil. You know, going the other way is okay. Yeah, no,
it's why I hated Chucky. Like Chucky was the scariest thing to me as a kid because it's like, oh, you're telling me that my toys could come to life and kill me like that? That changes everything I thought I knew. Okay. Also, I need a plane with a gun, which I think or I guess I need a flying machine with a gun. Did I put a gun on the slippery dog or? Oh no, I think I did, and then I took it off because it was a little top heavy.
By the way, the stream looks like. I feel like it looks better than it ever has. I feel like it looks
there's
great.
Like bad. I was like bracing myself like, oh god. Let's put a gun on the slippery dog real quick.
Just throw a gun up on that slippery dog.
Yeah, that was the shooty dog. I don't know.
But by the way, Walter Cronkite was the scientist in that movie. He was the nice time traveling guy.
Was that like his last big thing before he passed away?
I think so. I mean, he was a newscaster. He wasn't an actor. Like it was such a. That's why I always will remember that movie because it's like Walter.
How do you think
Cronkite
that happened?
Acting? I don't know.
Like
Steven
of all the
Spielberg.
movies, like not even Disney could get him, but like this weird like dinosaur movie from someone is like, yeah, I bet we could get Cronkite. You know?
I mean, if you get a call from Steven Spielberg, you pick up that phone and you say, you
just say
you
yes.
say how high, right?
Exactly. Say yes, and we'll give you the details later.
Some super replay ideas from Duke Faison spy fiction. That would be interesting. That's like
you did a replay roulette of that, right?
I think so. It's a
like
Suda.
I know
right?
it's been. I feel like that has appeared on replay in some form back when I was a replay fan.
I have a vague memory of playing that, and I think it's Suda, right?
Oh,
or Swery.
I think Swery is right. I don't think it's Suda.
Yeah, Hidetaka Suhiro. Yeah, so that's a Swery game, so that would be fun. I bet that's bonkers. Extermination. That's like a horror game. Another PS2 one. I remember the cover being like purple and green. Nope, it was like it's kind of like no, I'm right. Okay, it's purple, and then it's like it has kind of like the Thing energy. It looks like it takes place in a snowy area.
The tricky thing about doing those older ones is that I don't have access to the vault by virtue of not living in Minneapolis. So, yeah.
But even if I went, it's not an accessible. It's not like an easily accessible thing, right? It's not like it's not like a library that I can just go to. It's not that simple.
Right.
But I do like going back to that era of games though, like PS2. That would be fun. But Marcus, while we went offline for Marcus to just make the stream look incredible. I don't know what he did, but he looks freaking great. He told me his idea, and it is quite cool.
I think you missed it, but Kyle actually fell out of his chair when he heard it.
I did, yeah.
You see him rub the back of his head like in pain, and that's why. All right, I think I saved it.
So you're getting a plane with a gun, right?
I put 2 guns on it.
I feel like I, as the person not playing, and I apologize, I feel like I'm really prone to tangents.
Oh, wait.
I'll just talk about we're back for 20 minutes.
Oh, I accidentally I thought I took that other ammo thing off on the bottom.
Uh-oh. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna be too lopsided?
Let's see. I just need to shoot the dinosaur, like, again, topical dinosaur. I just need to shoot it down. Like, it doesn't need to be fast or even super airworthy. It's just gotta not crash. All right.
I like the way that dinosaur looks. It's cool.
Yeah, it had some of that cereal.
Do you have to hit
Remember
the
song
patches?
from We're Back, by the way? That's the one thing I always think of is like the go turn back the clock to the dawn of time and sing this song with me. Roll back the clock. Remember that?
Vaguely.
It was like the big song in that movie, the big musical number.
I've watched that movie within the last 5 years.
Wow, that's way more than me. I
have a kid, you know. And
yeah,
I think
that's the nice thing is that you kind of get to have a second childhood when you're a kid.
Yeah, you just kind of like throw a bunch of movies at the wall and be like, is any of this interesting to you? And like certain ones will just like stick in a weird way.
What did she think of We're Back?
I think we were both kind of enamored with how weird the beginning is, but then like after, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, interest was lost.
I mean, it's no good Dinosaur. It's just...
I'll defend Good Dinosaur.
I do. I like that movie. I think we're in lockstep. Like Good Dinosaur, I think I don't think it's hate, but I don't think it gets quite as much love as it maybe should.
Yeah.
And I think it had the unfortunate timing of coming out after Inside Out, which to me is like a top tier Pixar movie.
Yeah.
And because they came out the same year. I just need one. The last one I need is like right on its belly, which is kind of tricky.
Because you got to hit like the patches, right?
Yeah.
This feels familiar. I feel like there was something like this in Banjo-Kazooie, but
did I get him?
I think so.
Okay. I thought he said something. I thought he was saying I'm done, but I guess he was just commentating. Oh boy. Now I need to get back up there. Oh, God, I was about to say, what do you think of Elemental, Kyle? You know, it looks alright, the new Pixar movie?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Pixar super fan. I'll go just by the nature of it being a new Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Same. I love Pixar.
But I guess if it wasn't a Pixar, I don't know if premise-wise, I'm not like over the moon for it or anything.
Yeah.
It looks cool though.
I feel like some of those movies where it's like, okay, I kind of see where this is going a mile away, but because it's Pixar, I'm like hoping they do something unexpected with it. 'Cause, like, it's a pretty simple premise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of like the message you're trying to get across. Oh, there's what? Oh, where did this guy come from?
Oh, you got attacked. Yeah, they're very good at hiding the layers of their films and trailers and stuff like that. Like, you don't really know what the movie's about, really. You know, because like my favorite example was always Brave, where I was like,
Brave was
like, you're like, oh, this is a movie about a princess. What a weird thing for Pixar to do. It's like, oh no, it's actually about a relationship between a mother and a daughter, and
you know,
another weird twist that is not in the trailers.
You know what's funny is that actually was the other way with that, where the subversion I was like less of a fan of. Like, I kind of wanted to see Pixar do like a cool like warrior princess movie, and then when it switched to it being about my mom turned into a bear and hijinks ensue, I was kind of like, oh, I mean, this is, I guess, fine, but I kind of wanted the thing that you pitched.
I mean, the best scene in the movie is the archery contest. You know, I mean, and that's saying something, right?
Yeah, and like Brave's a fine movie, but
yeah, I like Brave.
Yeah, it's not one that I like love or ever feel strong desire to rewatch. I did like seeing her in Wreck-It Ralph 2, though.
Yeah, that's good. He's from the other studio. Did you win this, or?
Well, it's updating the leaderboard.
Wow, I mean, you must have set a new record because it has to go above it. It's like it thought you were going to be here, and then it has to go up, move. That's how leaderboards work, right?
Yeah, why did that take so long?
I don't know.
No Jiggy.
Oh, for replays, Zangmaster says Metal Gear Solid 3 would be good. I love Metal Gear Solid, but I think Marcus and I even talked about it before, but like I am always wary of it for like a long stream.
3,
because it's a lot of cutscene watching, you know?
I always thought like because one's a short game really when you get down to it.
It's like what, 8 hours?
Yeah,
like
that's assuming like if you just skipped all the cutscenes, it's not as long as you might remember it is. But 3, I always wonder if, like, even though people love those games, like, are they too slow paced? Like, especially if you're like haven't played in a while and you're getting caught constantly.
When was the last time I replayed 2 and 3 when the HD collection came out, which was like 2012? I think.
I could not tell you the last time I replayed, because I rarely replay games. So I honestly think the last time I played any of the numbered Metal Gears was the year that they came out. So like I have not touched Snake Eater since 2004.
Yeah, let's see.
So I never played like Subsistence or like any of the HD re-releases of them. Because I still have my original copy of 3. Same.
Yeah, I played 2 and 3 in 2011. I'm with you, Marcus. I don't replay a ton of games, but Metal Gear. So I was really excited to revisit those. And like 3, I always had kind of a weird relationship with, where I was like, it's rare that I've been more excited for a game to come out than Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
To the point where I read so much about it and knew so much about it before it came out that huge important elements of it were I spoiled for myself.
Oh wow.
And as a result, I was like, oh, I know all this stuff. Like I was like, you know what I mean? Like for example, like the pill that you keep in your tooth that you have to activate.
Yeah.
Like that, I knew that whole sequence was coming. I knew about how the sniper fight worked.
Like all the solutions for it?
Yeah, like I don't know how I did that. Like maybe I just read like really in-depth reviews right when it came out or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say they couldn't have. How much of that stuff was out there close to release?
I think it was just a matter of I didn't really get to play it until maybe it had been out for a little while, just because college and stuff and timing.
Right.
And it like taught me a lesson weirdly, and where I was like, oh, I need to, like, if I'm really excited for something, I should probably not go overboard with reading about it. And then what happened was in 2011, I was able to kind of forget all that and just play it with much fresher eyes. And then it ended up being a much better experience in 2011, weirdly.
Yeah, also, there's one of the patches is right on his nose, and with his head down, that's a little...
Oh. Dude, I wonder, are the people like
wait,
who
does
are
he have
chasing...
one on his nose? Maybe he doesn't. I thought I saw one. Okay,
Dude, are those guys chasing you? Are they a problem? Like, do you need to put a gun facing backwards or anything?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Because they did just knock one of my guns off, so I have one gun. I could probably, I mean, if it really came down to it, I could drive around and just magnetically find it. But oh no, not this, not.
Oh boy,
not now. Oh, what is with the chair stuff?
So you don't take? Did you not take damage for that?
I mean, I lost.
I don't understand how it works.
I think it's why is my chair so fragile suddenly?
That is so bizarre.
I mean, I don't need to change anything about, well, actually, maybe I should have. Well, we're too late. We're starting. I probably should have done the thing you suggested about putting a gun in the back. But yeah, I lost one of my guns at some point, and then as soon as I acknowledged it, they hit me with some... I don't even think they shot me. I think they just kind of flew into me and then knocked my chair loose. I wonder if you can get... if parachutes are a thing. Can I have a parachute tied to my chair so I can land safely?
But how much value... I mean, you'd still have to land, though, right? That's no good.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man, it's too bad you don't have, like, missile dropping capabilities or something.
I need to try to kill this thing quickly before those other guys show up.
You're doing pretty good now.
Yeah, this plane doesn't turn to Titus, so kind of like trying to double back to get patches is a little tricky. Also,
you know, that's...
It's like, I mean, it's not like that it turns bad, it's just that the spacing in the patches is just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
It's something that, like, I've always kind of struggled with games, not like nuts and bolts, but like dogfighting, airplane games, Rogue Squadron, stuff like that. Is like, what you have to do is you have to go past your target really fast and hope you shoot it. But if you miss, then it's like, oh, okay, and you gotta do a big loop. You know, it takes forever to turn around. And then you just get that little window where maybe you get the shot off, but if you miss, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like a normal action game where it's like you just run up to the enemy and hit them a lot. It's like you're basically going in circles is by design. Yeah, and that's in a game that's designed for flight, because at least you have, like, I don't have the conveniences that a lot of flight games have, where I don't have a quick turnaround, where I can, you know, I have to do like a full turn. I don't have to like, oh, he just flies upside down and then he's back, you know. Right.
Also, these guys are on my ass right now. This guy. This is like the chase scene in Independence Day where the alien's chasing Will Smith in the canyon.
That's right.
Just like it. Just as exciting.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Which I would need a parachute to pull off what he did. So.
Yeah, he did launch out of his jet.
He like, yeah, it's pretty clever. I don't know how he. Rewatching that scene as an adult, I'm like, I don't know how he knew that would work. Like, that's an insane amount of timing, and that's also assuming that the aliens even rely on sight to see. Like, they could just have radar on their ships. They're like, no, I can still follow you. Like, I mean, I guess you have to do something, like, but yeah.
They just like stop on a dime and just like land. You know, it's not like that.
All right, give me my parts back, please. Like, I lost my wheel there. Like, these guys are.
Yeah, you lost a lot.
Gradually, they took one of my engines off. Okay, there we go. God, this. I don't think I have. I might have like one patch left, maybe two.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Do you know where it is?
Oh, that guy just blew up on me. My God, it's hard. Again, these guys are on me, right? Like, I can't even spend time getting a good look without them. So I got all the ones on his back. I think I got all the ones on his. Okay, it's right on the side of his face. There we go. Okay, I need to. It's like right on his snout. All right, please just leave me alone, man. Welcome to Earth.
Zangmaster says, I wish we could do an NES or Genesis game for Super Play. I mean, we could.
I mean, yeah, that's actually easier because there's plenty of. Oh my! I don't have. Like, I don't have. Oh, I want. I don't have wheels. Please tell me I got the Jiggy because I. Oh my God, no.
I mean, that would have been a cool photo finish.
It would like half an airplane.
That reminded me of like Star Fox when you lose both of your wings, you know?
God,
and you're just like a little nub flying through the air.
I did do better. But...
Well, now you know where the patches are. That might be generally helpful, right?
Okay, we're gonna.
Do you need to edit your machine at all?
We're gonna put a gun on the back like you suggested.
Oh, put a gun on it. Put a gun on it.
If you want it, you should go and put a gun on it. What are my ammo-free guns? Oh! I mean, I don't know how useful this would be, but so the ammo-free weapons are things like the hand, and what is boot in a box? When did we get this?
Boot in a box? But
like, I don't know. This probably won't be
that something you could drop? Is that like a bomb drop situation?
Boot in a box? Let's see. Private Brute spring from chest to kick things when bear press button. I mean, those guys get really up my butt. If I put that back there and it like kicked them away,
that'd be pretty cool.
Could be feasible. What does the fist do?
Is it a metal? I mean, we joked about it, but is it functionally like a Metal Gear fist?
Let's see. When vehicle move fast enough, fist close and punch things hard.
Okay, so it's like an arm that'll like punch things that are nearby.
If you go fast enough, is it just like a glorified battering ram?
Maybe.
I think the boot might be better for if I want something behind me. Because then I can wait. Like if I just wait for them to get close and then kick the crap out of them, that could be cool.
Dan Tack in the chat. We got snacks in the chats.
What kind of snacks?
Well, his username is Dan Snacks.
Oh, okay. I thought he was offering snacks.
Apparently, he was playing the Lies of P demo recently on his own channel. I should watch Dan play live. I haven't touched it yet. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, Dan, what do you think?
Oh yeah, it was Dan thing. Yeah.
Because I played some of it. I didn't finish it. I need to go back to it, but from what I played, it seemed like competent. I was like, yeah, it's a Souls game. Seems like it's got a neat look. Looks like Bloodborne with nutcrackers everywhere, basically. The Nutcracker presents Bloodborne.
It's a game, he says with a smiley face. So it sounds like not blowing him away.
A ringing endorsement is what I hear.
Yeah. I want to play it. I can confirm it is in fact a video game. Dan confirms.
All right. I'm excited to see. I hope this is a really impressive boot that comes out of this thing.
Yeah, I want to see this thing.
Also, how do I shoot it? Because which button is boot? Oh, that's not the button.
It's A.
All right, we're gonna have to restart.
You got okay. I'm like I'm a little behind, so I don't sometimes see exactly what you're talking about until a few seconds later. So I'm like, oh, yes, you did press the wrong button. You jumped out of your airplane.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like that.
Maybe let's go for the face ones first, because they let me shoot some before the dudes show up. So let's get the hardest ones first now.
Because the problem is, like, the more you shoot, the more his head dips down, right?
That too, but then also I get, those guys show up and ruin everything. So let's get the hard ones now.
Dude Faison says, I give out gift subs on every episode if you do a super replay on Deadly Premonition. I do like Deadly Premonition.
I've never played it, but I bought the Switch version like a year ago, and I still have not played it. So.
My wife and I were very excited for the sequel, but
that's right, it did get a sequel.
Yeah, and we were excited. We had to download it and we booted it up to play like the night it came out, even maybe. But it was on Switch at around launch. It was rough. It was really rough, and it doesn't. I'm a stupid invert player. Like I always got to invert my camera, and for whatever reason, they just didn't have that setting. I think they've patched it in since then. It feels like a very sweary thing to be like, oh, oops, we forgot that setting. But
I think we're making good time. I've shot quite a bit of them already.
Sweary's next game is a VR game, actually.
Could you imagine Deadly Premonition in VR? Maybe that should be it.
Apparently, it was during the Oculus showcase. It was because they showed a lot of stuff, so it kind of came and went during the stream. Like you might not have even sort of clocked it as like a new sweary game, but it's like a poker game where you play. Like you're playing with your own life and stuff like that, which actually seems like a good idea for a VR game. Sitting around a table with other characters and playing some kind of card game where.
Wasn't that remember the Poker Night? That game did that with like Gladys and like a few other
characters.
It wasn't like
it
Sam
wasn't
and
VR,
Max
though.
in there?
Yeah,
but
Sam and Max, Team Fortress characters.
Right. I mean, like premise-wise.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
God, remember the Poker Night? That's a callback.
Yeah. I've never been a poker guy, so I never played that one.
I don't know how to play poker. And I always get upset at video games that try to make me learn on the spot, because it's like, I don't want to learn this complicated game in the midst of like a mission that I have to do to complete the story.
Right.
I think Red Dead Redemption's kind of guilty of that.
I had my college friends were huge poker players, and I think they were annoyed at me for just never being able to grasp the game. Like I just never could.
Yeah, the most I know of poker is just from cultural osmosis of watching movies like Casino Royale and stuff, where you're like, okay, I know a royal flush is good. I don't know if it's the best thing, but it seems like it is.
But he still had a patch on his nose.
Don't question.
Okay.
We got the Jiggy, by the way.
Okay.
I didn't get to use my boot, though. I tried to use it once, but I missed. But I like to think that it kind of served as a warning in itself, so they weren't on me as aggressively, because they're like, oh, he's got that boot. Like, did you see? Boot? You just tried to kick me. Don't want any part of that. Alrighty. Oh. So there's 4 more. Like this level is actually pretty packed with jiggies. Like,
I mean, this is the level that we've been to this level before, right? This is where some of the earlier stuff happened, right?
Yes, but like this is like another act, basically.
Right.
Because this door had unlocked today. I don't remember this Coliseum though. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, you can go in there.
Yeah, as soon as I.
Can you sync? Can you turn off your floater?
I was trying to figure out like, how do I sync again?
The B button, right?
There we go. Didn't know I could do that, did you? People that might be watching that live here. Can't wait to get up there. He probably has a ramp. I'm doing this in a dumb way. Or maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, how do you get up there? Do you have to fly over there somewhere?
Gotta turn off my Zelda brain. I'm like, oh, I'll just get up high and glide over there.
I know, it's so hard.
I've been playing a lot of Zelda lately. I I've been focused on building up the batteries.
Oh, right.
So
yeah.
I have 4 full batteries right now, which feels really nice. Been spending a lot of time in them there depths.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't fully do. If that, you know what I mean? Like I didn't fully fill out my batteries.
Oh, okay.
But I hit a point where it was like I was never running out of battery, if that makes sense.
How much battery did you have?
I don't want to tell you.
Oh, okay. I have seen clips of people with some long batteries. I didn't count, but I was like, okay, it looks like you can get pretty.
I mean, I can tell you, I'm not. It's not like I'm like spoiling some story thing or something, but there's just some element of the battery upgrades that I didn't expect. That I was like, oh, I didn't even realize.
You don't have to tell me that.
Yeah. So I had a lot.
Can I?
Like I said, definitely hit a point in the game where I was like, I don't need any more batteries, so I'm not gonna worry about getting all of them.
There we go. All right.
Oh, this will work. There, look at that.
Ika Buka Duka. Big embarrassment.
Ika Buka Duka.
Whoop-a-da-bop. That's Aku Aku from Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I was about to say that's.
I played a lot of. I was a Crash Bandicoot fanboy when I was a kid.
Do those characters ever hang out? Mumbo Jumbo and Aku Aku?
They should. Maybe we should introduce the. Oh my goodness.
Gruntbot Armada. Oh my gosh.
This is Marco Polo's Lost Fleet.
Is that what he said?
No, I don't think Mumbo knows about history. Let's see. So I have to wipe these guys out. One idea would be to use a floating water vehicle. Okay, so we gotta blow these guys out the water, which I do have a gunboat. Did we name it? What was it? Was it Fightin' Lightning? I think Fightin' Lightning had guns, right? I think those are guns at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume that's what the fighting part of the lightning is.
Fighting lightning.
Actually, wait, does it have guns?
So we'll find out.
Oh, actually, I don't think it does.
Wait, why is it on the thing?
Can I ram into them and just kill them out of curiosity? Oh, I forgot. This is the boat we used to win that race, so it's super fast.
Oh, and it can fly, apparently? Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, we might need to re-examine this. and you lost the chair again. Jeez.
This is like
every time.
God, it's like a Simpsons-esque gag of like, you know, like the Simpsons gag with like everything that catches fire is like hilarious. Like something about things catching fire in the Simpsons just cracks me up. This has that sort of like vibe to it. Like all that was missing is like as soon as Banjo hit the bottom of that body of water, he just burst into flames just randomly. All right, let's put some guns on the. Why did we call it the Fightin' Lightning if it couldn't fight? Who named that?
Remember.
Someone in chat named it.
Lightning
I want
is
names.
Fast, right? That's what we were going.
Why didn't
for?
we question that?
I mean, you just seem like a normal ass boat that just has guns on it, right? I mean, is what it comes down to. You're not. Speed is not something you need at all.
Probably not. We could put the hand on it because we are going fast, though. Can we put it on each side?
Lazarus Orange says we need a boat with some kind of fist. So.
The punching lightning? Wait, how do I rotate? There we go.
I mean, fighting. That is what it's doing. It's fighting, right?
Put these stupid fists at. Like, put it.
Do you want it to like? You want to be able to ram people, right?
I mean, it's hard to know because we don't know how the fist behaves yet. So it's kind of hard to determine like what's the best orientation for it. Like, is it a slapper? Is it just a forward punch?
Yeah, I don't know.
Also,
is it the equivalent of like a spike, where if you just use it to run into people, you know?
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I can put it anywhere. It's not. At least in the front. Oh wait, it can go there, but that's not helpful unless it can extend.
That's the thing. I don't know if it. Yeah, does it? I don't know. Because yeah, that does seem kind of useless.
Let's put it there for fun, just so I can find out what it does. But it's not going to be, it's not going to be used.
I mean, I guess you can test drive, right?
Oh, that's true. I could just do that.
But I don't know if there are enemies in there for you to like.
I just need to hit the button to see, what it does.
Oh, it does have a button. Okay.
Yeah. Which test track?
Change leading already has a name suggestion. Ship:(metal barge.
Okay, it turns sideways.
A
Oh, I
naval
forgot
gear.
that the propellers on this boat were so powerful you could go airborne.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you did that just when you tried the mission.
Oh boy.
Is it doing anything?
The fist is rotating. Maybe I think it said. Oh, Jesus, this is a disaster.
See, we need a heavier boat. We need like a.
I should have never left the water.
Will Ferrell and Anchorman drinking milk on the street.
All right, let's wrap that up. Good test.
All right.
I think we got some crucial, important data there.
You know, I got some notes we can take back and make some adjustments. Do you have like just a boat template that you could start with that's like more standard?
I mean, I just put 2 guns in the front, and I can always just take a motor off to slow it down a little bit. Because I think the body of the boat is, like, fine. It's just that it was tailored to win a race, and we don't really need it for that. So we can take off one of these engines. How do I... There we go. That should be fine. Let's move you to the center just for weight. Hand, I don't know. Man, I'm gonna put it up top. I don't know why.
Do you have a sense of how the hand works? I didn't really get one from
it just
watching
kind
you.
of rotated its fist, but also it said in the description it was like maybe based on speeds. I don't know if you have to hit like a max or like a speed threshold before it does whatever it does. I'm just gonna put it up top so that it can attack, but maybe not get in the way of anything, just so I can see what it does.
Okay, yeah. Do you need to add some weight? Like, should you just add some like?
I'm gonna add
squares or something.
I'm adding ammo. That should add weight. 'Cause I do need ammo for these. I didn't know I had a big ammo thing.
Because it would be nice to keep the speed if you know, if maybe we just need to.
Well, it's also a maneuverability
engine,
issue too. Like if it's too fast, it's kind of hard to turn. And for a challenge where I need to aim and hit targets, I don't want it to be too unwieldy. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I just added 2 big ammo things. So that should add a decent amount of weight. But I mean, I took off one of the medium engines because remember we had 2 medium engines, which is like it may as well be a rocket at that point. So 1 medium engine should be plenty. I think we're good. If nothing else, the hand acts like a cool little, not a sail, but like a, I don't know, like a call sign. Like you see that in the ocean. Like you see that hand off in the horizon. You're like, oh my god, it's Banjo and Kazooie, here they come. You better watch out.
Karate chopping through the ocean.
You know, Blackbeard had the flag with the skeleton stabbing the heart. That was like his thing.
Right.
This is our thing.
Just a hand pointing to the sky.
Just give you a hand, man.
Oh, Duke Faison suggests put a railgun on it so it can launch nukes without radar detection. Did you consider that?
I gotta find those parts, but I will. Yeah. I'm immediately getting shot before we even officially started.
Alright, so how's it feeling?
It feels good. These enemies are made out of paper, from what I can tell. They go down pretty quick.
God, they are. Yeah.
I just lost both of my guns, though. They immediately fell off.
How'd that happen? How do you fix
they
that?
ran, and I lost one of my floaters too. Also, this guy's on me.
We started so strong.
Yeah, we really did. Also, you've really taken our time putting these back on.
Yeah, what?
Is it because it's underwater? It's like a buoyancy thing where it takes a while to pull it back up?
To like push through the water? Yeah.
Yeah, because this heavy part is... I don't even think I need this, but... Yeah, like the whole front part of the boat just disintegrated, basically.
Duke Faison says the Steiger's back. That sucks. It was looking so good. I wonder what would have brought that back.
Let's see. I think I got... Oh, wait, no, there's more. Oh, there's like 50 more out there. I was like, oh, I think I got them all. And oh, no. Oh, okay, there you go.
So you're in the yellow right now. Do you still...
I think I'm still, like, I can get a Jiggy. I think blue is just for the trophy.
You need 16 for the Jiggy.
Okay.
You need to destroy 16 boats.
Okay, we're almost there. We got this. There's 3 right here.
Boom, boom.
Get him. All right, we got it. There we go.
So yeah, the hand, fully useless, did not assist in any way, as near as I can tell.
There's got to be a way to maximize whatever that thing offers. I thought he was saying I didn't have his Jiggy for a second.
Yeah, why does he have it? Why is that silhouette above it? What's that about?
I think that means you've done it. Like it's like there's no Jiggy to be had there anymore. All right, there's 4 more here.
4 more? Oh, I thought there were 4 total, and you already got 2.
No, there's 6 total.
Oh, all right.
We're gonna be swimming in Jiggies by the time we live here, or leave here, I should say.
Getting swimmy with it.
Instead of na 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 na, it's like.
That weird banjo talking.
Banjo saying you look smug in his little suit. Let's see, the best coconut collector. Wait, are we doing another coconut thing?
Okay.
Moonbo puts us through paces each year and awards us the Farm Hand of the Year trophy. I win it every time without face. So proud. Let's see, I'm not losing. So I gotta bring coconuts back, which we did a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
And now this will be easier because we understand the scoring system.
Yeah, those are last time we didn't understand like the numbering or whatever,
yeah.
or like how it was like. What point do we get a Jiggy?
We look real stupid. Alrighty, I'm gonna need a big old cart to carry stuff.
By the way, Marcus, we are getting that hiccup again, where it comes every couple of seconds. It kind of just pauses.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Which Change Lady says they're ready to just deal with. They said I'm ready to suffer
that you have to resign to that fate.
I know, we don't want that.
But I do see now Nubia saying it's dropping some frames.
Does it say why? Zovia says here's why and here's how to fix it. 'Cause that's the information that would be great.
That's how most applications work. They give you very basic, like, hey buddy, here's what's going on, and here's exactly what you can do to make it better.
Well, that's the thing. Like programming software will do that. It'll be like, here are your errors. You know, it's like, well, just fix them for me then.
Don't
you know
tell
what they are.
Don't tell me, do it. All right. Yeah.
The sound is good. The sound is good, by the way. I guess the sound isn't hitting the hiccups.
Okay.
It's just the visual for some reason.
Oh, whoops! I quit out of this.
What'd you quit out of?
Oh, the challenge. I forgot that I was at the threshold of the challenge. Sorry, I got a Slack message that made me very happy.
Oh, okay.
I can't say what it is, but I was just like, it gave me a minute to check while I was checking other stuff. All right, let me see if it fixes itself, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we can go from there. We don't. I mean, we do have like a whole other hour, roughly, too. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
If we gotta restart again, we could do that.
Chill Friday stream, baby.
Yeah, man. It's just Banjo-Kazooie. It's not life and death. That's not what they named this series. Not Lifey and Death Doohickey.
Lifey and Deathy. Dang.
I would like to play that
down. Lifey and Deathy. It's like you're an angel and a demon or something, probably.
Yeah, it's like a buddy cop thing of like, yeah, I guess that's basically it.
I have this document that I keep on my phone of names for things that I think are clever that I don't have plans for. It's not like I'll use it as a book title someday, or if I can give this to somebody and they can make a game with it. But I added Lifey and Deathy to that list.
I've had a similar running list of just random ideas that like I don't know what I'll ever use this for, but it's like too good that I don't want to forget it. Of like either it's a pun or even like a name of like this could be a character name for something one day that I don't want to forget it.
Here's my example that I love so much I'm almost scared to share it publicly. But I have a character name. Their last name is Bio, right?
Okay.
First name, Lincoln, like the president.
Okay, I see where this is going.
So their name is Lincoln Bio.
That's the one you're afraid of getting out in the world?
Someone's gonna steal that, and they're gonna make something. They're gonna have a character named Lincoln Bio.
Guys, don't
I'm
steal
gonna
that.
be like, curse you!
If we see LinkedIn Bio anywhere, we're gonna know where it came from. I was expecting something like revolutionary.
Yeah, that was something revolutionary.
How do I get up there? I don't. The coconuts are they in these boxes? It's got the same logo.
What is this? What are you supposed to do?
Bring in coconuts.
You need 1,000 coconuts?
Oh yeah, I just noticed that too. Like maybe each box is worth like, I don't know, 100. I don't know. Let's just. Oh boy. Okay.
So that's gonna work, you think?
I think it can. It just didn't work then. I don't know. The cursor's pointing to the top of it, but I don't know if it's actually telling me there's something up there, or if it's just pointing at the pile of boxes in general. But you know.
Oh right.
Yeah.
So
I might be reading into that too much. Let me just bring. Oh boy. I probably should have took a cart with a gun on it. I didn't know there'd be enemies here.
Did Banjo just like race it, like throw his fist in the air, like ah?
Oh yeah, every time something bad happens to him, like he gets cut off or something, he does like an old man like road rage thing, you see? Also, I'm balancing this basically on his head, not so much on the cart.
Banjo can handle it.
It's funny because it reminds me my stepdad has really bad road rage. Like he's a fist in the air guy.
Okay.
And so he's basically like real life Banjo. Like one of the funniest instances was when I was in middle school with me and my brother. He had just picked us up from the barber shop. This was like a Saturday morning. And as we're driving home, this car very aggressively cuts us off. Like it was like justified to be upset about this because it was like they basically were in the far lane and they cut us off to get all the way to the other lane so that they could pull into a McDonald's parking lot. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to break this. I was like, oh, it can't fit in there.
Yeah, is that what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to break them?
I kind of thought that was my theory. It's like maybe the coconuts are inside, but maybe not. Also,
Yeah, what are you supposed to do here?
Also, the car rolled down the hill, but yeah, let me go get that. Anyway, so yeah, this car cuts us off, pulls into a McDonald's. My stepdad flips out, and like. Also cuts across the lanes to follow them into the parking lot so that he can give them a piece of his mind. And he pulls up next to them, and it's these two very like elderly old ladies that get out, like just the sweetest looking grandmas you could ever see. But that did not stop him from just like him going off on them, saying like,
"Oh yeah,
that's so dangerous. I got these kids in the car. I did it." Like he was just like unloading on them, and they looked so terrified of him.
Oh god.
And granted, he's like a pretty big guy. Like he looks intimidating, and he has a pretty deep, like powerful voice. So if he's yelling at you, you're probably gonna shrivel up a little bit.
Right.
But I remember.
Do you think they just like weren't paying attention? They're just like old ladies. Just
I mean, they super weren't paying it. Like I said,
Right.
This was worthy of like I'm upset at you because it was so dangerous. Yeah. But like they really wanted some McNuggets, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I need a. I mean, I don't know what car I need. I just need to figure out what to do. It's not really a vehicle issue here.
Is there like because there was like a little thing. Do you put the box underneath it, and then do you have to go like pull a switch or something? To like,
Wait,
does it
what?
like there's like a machine to the left there, right? That's supposed to.
Oh, well, that's where they go.
Yeah, but that was the thing we were struggling to figure out, right?
Yeah, because that's from last time. That's where the coconuts got sucked up. The real thing I'm trying to figure out is where are the coconuts? Oh, they're up there. So they are up top. You see?
Okay.
So there's okay, let me follow. There's a bridge at the Coliseum looking thing.
Oh, okay. Are we looking at a helicopter situation here?
That might be quicker, but I do know how to get there from like what we have. Because I can go underwater, and I saw like a ramp that led to the top part of it from when we were here before. So I mean, I can just manually drive up there. I mean, for future reference, a helicopter would be quicker, and we can try that. if we fail this, but
But it seems like there is something in place.
yeah, there is a road here.
Okay. That's a lot of coconuts. 1,000.
Alrighty. Alright, so the bigger ones are worth more points. We learned that. Again, Ultra Hand would be great, because I could just...
I know. Yeah, so can you just drop them all down on the ground?
Ooh, that's
so you don't have to, just throw...
I'm going to get the big ones. Those matter more.
Yeah, just throw them all, man. Like,
well, I'm going to prioritize the big ones.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I might be able to win with just those, if they're worth enough. So I might not need to drop them all down.
Yeah, they might be worth 500 because there's only 3 of them, it looks like. Right?
I would imagine they're worth at least, like, maybe like 250 each. If you do the math there, it'd be like you just need 4 of them.
It's so funny to watch this and, like, almost feel like they were so close.
Oh, that would be cool if it fell back in there.
To what Tears of the Kingdom ultimately achieves, right? Like, the sticking things together, it's like one of those ideas that you wouldn't think of, really, or at least I wouldn't think of.
Or I could see them, like, if someone on the team...
just works so well.
Like, if someone on the team played this game and was getting frustrated, like, oh, I just wish there was a way that these could all stick. You know, like, keep falling out. Yeah.
But I don't even know if, like, when this game came out originally, like when you were doing this mission, I don't think the thought would have been like, oh, if I could stick everything together, that would make everything so much easier. But it's like, having now played Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, it makes so much sense and it works so well.
Yeah, those are worth 500 each, by the way.
Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, just grab another one of those then. And they don't... Now the question is, do they respawn back up top, or are they waiting for you?
They are waiting for me.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I am in the brown, though, on the meter. Just want to say that.
Right.
Which is weird, because it's like, has that much time passed? It's only... I mean, I do have about 30 seconds left.
You got 30 seconds.
I guess I don't...
Which now I'm like wondering, shoot, are you even going to make it?
I don't know how much time you start with. It must not be very long.
I mean, how could... I mean, we could obviously... You could do this faster, right? Like,
yeah, we
could always speed it up, but like... Yeah, I guess that's what it takes, is like a helicopter.
A helicopter,
like
point,
a
you just grab the thing.
Just walk over there, right? Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm just going to run down the clock. I thought it would end immediately, but... You know, it's up.
Well, but now you're back up. Now it seems like you're a yellow. So I guess you did it.
Oh, yeah, it's like just over the... It's like a pixel over to the yellow.
Because it's in the brown.
It means
because you hadn't gotten the number yet. It wasn't about the timer. Okay.
Like, I literally, by the skin of my teeth, got the Jiggy on that, but it worked.
Hey, you still got it.
Also, coconuts. Very, very good food. Mainly coconut water and coconut milk. Coconut milk, great. One of the staple pantry ingredients. You should always have coconut milk in your house. You can do a lot of things with it.
Yeah.
A lot of good recipes. Some good curry you can do.
Yeah, use that instead of water to make rice. Yeah, right.
I always try to... Oh, yeah, you could do that. Coconut rice.
I'm not the biggest coconut guy. More of a human man. That was actually a Chris Pratt joke I think about all the time. I was like, that's very funny, Chris Pratt. Where he was getting a lot of interviews for Jurassic World, you know?
Yeah.
And someone was like, "Were you a dinosaur kid?" He was like, "Well, I was more of a human kid." And I was like, "Damn it, that's a good joke."
That is such a dad joke. Is he a father?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's got
he had an excuse. That's what I'm saying.
2 kids from.
That's the same energy.
Moms.
That's the exact same dad energy of someone asking like, "Hey, are you hungry?" And you go, "No, I'm Kyle."
Oh yeah, my daughter bought me a shirt that says, "Hi, hungry, I'm dad." So I have that on a t-shirt. Come on, you can do this, right?
Wow, I didn't know I could do that one-handed. I didn't even know I could do that hanging.
That's pretty cool. Hey, Link can't do that. Well, Banjo can't either, apparently. But
he did it for a second.
He did it for a second.
Oh boy. Have you your daughter's old enough now to where you can torment her with dad jokes and she can like understand that they are bad?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And grown at them? Like, have you taken advantage of that?
Yeah. You kind of have to. It's just like
It's dad
genetically. Yeah, you just kind of do. Like I'm not the kind of parent that likes to mess with their kid.
Like embarrass them on purpose.
Yeah, I would never try to do that. But like,
oh jeez.
But you got to make those jokes sometimes. They're just sitting there. You just got to do it.
Like, what else am I gonna tell this to?
The internet?
That seems like one of the many other benefits about having children is that they are the unwilling subjects to your probably intentionally bad jokes.
Yeah.
But that's like what makes them funny is like, I know this is bad but you're not old enough to understand, like everything still has to be cool to you. Yeah. Like you're not old enough to understand that some things are just meant to be goofy and dumb. So you just
Marcus, I was just about to ask you, do you know the definition of insanity? But you pulled it off.
Wait, what? What? Oh, okay.
Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. It's like every single time you landed on the side and fell off, but you just kept doing it over and over and over again.
Some call it insanity. I call it just brute force.
Hey, perseverance,
Like, I'm going to make this work. I thought you were just quoting Voss from Far Cry 3.
I know, right?
That's what he invented that quote, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you ask a generation of people, they probably. I bet people really believe that.
I mean, I don't know if this shows me being stupid or something, but like, that was definitely the first time I'd heard that was those Far Cry 3 trailers, because that was like an early.
That's like the first one.
Yeah, I was like, look at our cool villain and look at these cool things he's saying.
The cool villain who's not even the main villain.
I know, right?
You would think after that showing that even then they might have said like, maybe we should change this because people are really reacting to this guy and he is not really in like the full game. Like he disappears after a point.
Yeah, see who I don't even remember who it was. That was like
Do you
Leo Vader
the
did a
villain?
joke. He did one of those E3 videos for MinMax a couple years ago, and they had Ubisoft announced that they were doing like a villain pack for Far Cry 6.
Okay.
And they were bringing back, everyone's favorite villains from Far Cry, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 or whatever. And gosh, and I don't even. But the joke, Leo's punchline was like, "Oh well, of course they're talking about whatever the villain from Far Cry, the real villain of Far Cry 3's name is." And it's like, oh no, obviously they're gonna use Voss.
That's good. I mean, he's right. Also, I forgot I didn't save because I need a shooty flying machine. So this time I'll save it. So I'm gonna make it.
I am trying to look on Far Cry 3's Wikipedia page and like looking the plot synopsis to try and see if I can quickly figure out what the guy's name was.
Yeah,
but even that I can't. There's a picture of Michael Mando as Voss, like on the Wikipedia page, but it's like he is not the main villain.
The wiki page, they've retroactively overwritten the main villain with Voss. Like, no, he was always the guy.
Maybe if the IMDb page, maybe let me try that.
Okay, so we need a new name for the plane that shoots things. The Slippery Dog is the name for the plane that just goes fast, but now we need I mean, this would be cheating, but like the Red Baron comes to mind, even though that's taken.
Yeah. Let's see what's in chat. Got any ideas here?
Maybe the Orange Baron, because that's what color Kazooie is, as we established.
Duke Faison suggests Citra Talagumai Montenegro? That's the Far Cry 3 character.
Oh, okay. I was just like, what?
But I don't think Citra was the main villain either, right? Citra was a different character, wasn't it?
I don't remember any of the other named characters in Far Cry 3 except for Voss. Like, I don't remember the protagonist's name.
Riley Brody? Come on.
Wait, was that really his name?
I don't know which one. I'm looking at the IMDb page.
Riley Brody is such a video game protagonist name, and also it's too cool for that character.
Who's the main villain of Far Cry 3? It's when I Google it, it says Voss. That's not right. It's not who it was.
I'm sorry, I just checked chat. Lazarus Orange Ren. He wrote Red Baron, but spelled it with bear.
Oh, that's
the one. That's well done, Lazarus.
Okay, I think it's Hoyt Volker, I think, is the main villain of Far Cry 3. Does
Hoyt
that sound right?
Volker?
Hoyt Volker. And Jason Brody is the protagonist name. That's right. Jason Brody.
I don't know how I remember this, but wasn't Jason Brody the protagonist from Fracture? Remember that forgettable cover shooter Fracture from the PS3? That character's name was Brody something. It had Brody in the title.
Jet Brody.
Jet Brody. It was like J.
Hell of a name.
J Brody.
Jet Brody.
That's an indie wrestler somewhere. I think they were on AEW Dark the other day.
I think I did a worst character names list on Game Informer once.
Did Jet Brody make it?
That's why. Let's see. We hate playing as? Is that what I did? No.
Well, I did not. One thing I didn't do was take off the extra engine so this thing's fast, but it's okay. Wow, they're all just... So this is a protection mission where I need to stop him from killing that egg. So
Okay.
This is okay. Thankfully that thing was destructible. I was like, this is a terrible spot to be stuck in. I'm liking now. I've already earned a Jiggy, by the way, because I just needed 200, and I've got 800.
You already got that?
Yeah, I got 872. So wait. Well, actually, no. Oh, it goes down when you kill them. I need to get to 200? Is that what they're saying? Oh, flip!
Oh, so you're not as close as you thought.
Why isn't it flipping? I'm hitting the flip button. Oh, it's because the chair broke off again? Where'd the chair go? I lost the chair. I picked up the plane and the chair went flying somewhere. And I don't know where it went.
Changelini says the number is the health.
Oh.
So you have to maintain
a certain health? Or the health of the egg?
It must be the egg, right?
I lost the cockpit. I fell, and when I picked it back up to flip over, the chair just went flying off into the abyss.
Hey, that's how it happens, I assume.
Okay, so the 1,000, I guess, is the HP of the egg.
Yeah. So if it drops below 200,
but
then
why is 200 Jiggy? You see how up there's hey, you get a Jiggy for 200.
Well, I think if it's saying it needs to be a 200 or above to get a Jiggy. Is how I'm reading.
It needs a plus. It needs a plus sign, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it's 199 or below, you do not get the Jiggy. Is how I interpret it. So it just lost a little health.
Yeah, you guys saw how I took out multiple ships in a row there, by the way?
That was cool.
Also,
you're a pro. Whoa.
If I fail, I need to take off that other engine, just because it's just heavy enough to where whenever I try to aim upwards, I'm kind of dragged down a bit.
Right.
Delay. Also, I think I just lost one of my guns.
And you got a flashing wing. That's probably fine.
The propellers. Oh, the propeller and the wings. Yeah, that's not good. I just need to last for 40 more seconds. So it's getting a little too close for comfort.
It's like that Star Fox.
And I just lost my...
Oh, no. Hey, just stay alive.
Somehow I'm still flying, but the problem...
For 40 seconds.
I mean, the problem is that I lost the wing that had the other gun, so I have no... And yeah, it's already...
You don't have any guns.
I'm gunless.
And and then the health is down.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
It was not happening.
Do you need to adjust your vehicle?
Yeah, you're right. Can I don't know if armor is a thing. Can I just have it take more hits before it falls apart?
I wonder if that would just be more, you know how they have those kind of arbitrary pieces that are little squares and triangles and pyramids and stuff? I wonder if just throwing on more of those protects it.
Yeah, or maybe you just get better materials in general. Hey, you're working with C material, you could remake this whole thing with A material if you have them, you know?
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Duke Faison says Hoyt Volker. The antagonist from Far Cry 3 that we all remember. Looks like Jeff Keighley.
Honestly, I could see Jeff Keighley as like the man behind the man pulling the strings kind of villain. Like he's not the forward facing like charismatic villain. He's the one behind that person. You know what I mean?
Wait, you're saying this is Jeff Keighley?
I'm saying Jeff Keighley in general. If he was a villain, he would be that kind of villain. Like you don't really see him until after you beat the guy that you thought was the villain, who was infinitely more interesting. And then you find out, like after you kill that guy, Jeff Keighley walks out from behind a curtain to say, like, you know, oh, well done. But turns out it means nothing because I'm the one in charge.
I'm the emperor.
Here's a world premiere for you.
The Dungeons and
the
Dragons.
world premiere is that you're gonna die.
Is that you're gonna die? The Dungeons and Dragons movie, which is actually quite good. And
Yes,
I saw.
My mom wanted to see it, and I took her to go see it, and we had a lot of fun. And she knows nothing of D&D, but for whatever reason, she specifically wanted to see that movie.
Hey, for me, it was like, oh, the reviews are solid. I like a good, fantasy comedy. Let's see how this goes. But they definitely had that scene in there. I don't know if that movie's getting a sequel, but they had to we'll give the Emperor 2 minutes, so we can bring him back next time.
I thought I accepted. Yeah, that movie is if you haven't seen it, I recommend it.
Good.
It's very fun. It's like genuinely pretty funny.
But it was like while the scene that was happening, where it was like they reveal, there's a bigger evil than the bad guy in the movie.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, this is smart because he's not even coming out of the shadows. That means when they don't have to design him for this movie, they can design him in the next movie. Yeah, that movie's funny. I like that movie.
Yeah, and I am a D&D fan, and there's a clear reference for D&D that was refreshed. Like, it's not making fun of D&D, which I appreciate.
No, not at all.
Yeah, because it could have easily been like making fun of it, and like, oh, you nerds. It is very much not that.
Well, the funny thing for me is, so I'm not a D&D guy. Never played D&D. Don't really know D&D very well, but I know the names of video games based on Dungeons and Dragons, right? So when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, and Hugh Grant is talking about Baldur's Gate,
Yeah.
I'm like, why is Baldur's Gate talking about that old PS2 game? Why is Hugh Grant talking about that old PS2 game? It's like how yeah, it's like that's how it felt to me, because like that's all I really know are like the names.
It's like, did you point at the screen like Leonardo DiCaprio and was like, I know Baldur's Gate.
I know that. Yeah, where were the other? There was another town that's like from a name of I forget what it was.
Oh boy.
Not like Neverwinter. Does he say Neverwinter at some point?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I think he says the word Neverwinter, and that's another instance. I'm like, why is Hugh Grant talking about that old PC RPG? I'm like, oh right, it's a Dungeons and Dragons.
A nerd.
Regular Henry Cavill, that one.
Like Hugh Grant can't be bothered to give a decent interview at like the Oscars, but he'll talk about Baldur's Gate.
You have 30 seconds to keep that egg above. That just left. Just as I was saying, I jinxed you.
The problem is that the gun operates on a cooldown. So the times they catch me when I'm kind of waiting, they really take advantage of it.
Can we do a 4-way gun?
I'm talking about 4 guns.
Yeah, just each facing a cardinal direction. And then you just get in the thick of it.
We could try it next time. I get results when if I can catch the wave when they're sort of bunched up and I can pull up a bunch of them in one go.
Yeah.
Kind of like Galaga style.
Oh,
Love me some Galaga.
Chad is talking about Grimace, like from McDonald's? What's going on?
What? Well, Grimace has that new Happy Meal, like, because it's like his 50th anniversary or something, but they're doing some promotion with him where they're like, you can get a Grimace-themed meal at McDonald's right now, and I think you get like a toy or you get something else with it. I saw like a commercial about it in passing. So Grimace is topical right now.
Okay, so it's not completely out of nowhere. I almost put this in the news channel of our Game Informer Slack, but I was like, it just feels a little too commercially. But for Grimace's 52nd birthday, they made a game. 52nd? Apparently, yeah, they made a Game Boy Color game. Like this was like a few days ago that you play in the browser, but people have found that if they download it and like drop it in an emulator, like a Game Boy Color emulator just totally plays it. Isn't that weird? Like McDonald's released a Game Boy Color game for Grimace like last week. It's like, what?
Who's your favorite McDonald's mascot? Where does Grimace rank?
Name a McDonald's mascot other than Ronald McDonald. You basically could have asked me that.
Where there's
Hamburglar. I guess Hamburglar.
I don't remember what the bird's name is. The bird girl.
Yeah, she's cool. Grimace is interesting.
Yeah,
Mayor McCheese is horrifying.
You need to say all that about Mayor McCheese. Jeez.
God, there's a fandom website for McDonald's, like tracking all the characters.
Oh, of course.
Uncle O'Grimacy.
I cannot add any more guns, by the way. Since I'm capped out. He's like, he's like, we have to think of the world. We can't just have weapons like that out there in the streets.
So Uncle O'Grimacy, he's the guy, he's the Shamrock.
Grimacy?
He's Grimace's uncle. It's his Irish uncle, and created for a McDonald's commercial that promoted green milkshakes, which were called Shamrock Shakes.
Oh, is that how the Shamrocks? I've never heard of Uncle. What is his name? Uncle O'Grimacy?
Uncle O'Grimacy. Yeah, he's not. I don't like.
They really didn't try with that name, and they're like, I don't know. If we put an O next to it, it's Irish automatically. Uncle O'Grimacy.
Oh, they made it. He was they put him in a commercial. They put someone in an Uncle O'Grimacy costume. I'm watching it now.
Is it like a green Grimace, basically? Is he purposeful?
Yeah, he's a green Grimace with a cane, and a vest and a green hat.
This sounds horrifying. I need to see this.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
Wow, that just split my plane in two.
Whatever secret you weren't able to share about getting in Slack, this is going to be the equivalent of that. You're going to see this link to this.
I can look now because I just restarted. There's no way I was going to win.
And you're going to be like, oh my god.
Oh,
how exciting is this?
See,
this put it in the Twitch chat as well.
I thought this was like newer for some reason.
Okay, so if you're watching on Twitch, it's in the chat. It's in the chat.
He looks like Oscar the Grouch's father. He looks more than being related to Grimace. Also, he looks.
They might all be related somehow.
I mean, they had to have known this, right? Because like Grimace already kind of looks like a turd, but like having a green version of him doesn't. That's just really leaning into it.
Is he just supposed to be like a chicken nugget or something? What's Grimace's deal?
I mean, again, that's a bad idea too. It's like, I don't want a purple chicken nugget. What does that mean? But like,
throw that away.
Yeah, what is Grimace? Is he just like a ball of mass? Like he's not like
what are we all, Marcus, but a ball of mass?
Just a barely defined like piece of matter, like because everyone else is like, oh my god, they keep ripping off like half my plane. Because Ronald's a clown, person's a bird, Hamburger's a human, and Grimace is just like some Play-Doh with eyeballs.
That changeling, wow, that Uncle Grimace seems like a family member for Gritty. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got some gritty energy. Uncle O'Gritty.
What a successful mascot, like Gritty, by the way. Like also, I don't know anything about hockey, but I know about Gritty.
Yeah,
they
really leaned into it. Do you think they had to have
gold there?
Was it like a Room situation, like Tommy Wiseau's The Room, where they were earnest, like they really thought that was a cool looking mascot, and then when everyone crapped on it, they just leaned into it like, yeah, no, we knew that it was silly, haha, we got you, and now they're just 100% in on the joke, but that was not the intent.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they certainly I think they went in knowing that they were doing something weird, right? They knew it was going to be perceived as strange, which it absolutely is.
I think they thought it was cute.
How much?
They probably looked at like a Muppet situation, like, oh, we can have our sort of like fake Jim Henson-y looking thing, and people will love it because people love like Sesame Street and stuff. And then they got the worst person possible to make that, and then we got Gritty.
They got him Jensen to put that together for them.
They went on Fiverr and was like, I don't know, who can do kind of Jim Henson? I got $5 for you. I'm doing better, but I still have, God, it's 30 seconds, may as well be 30 years.
I know.
and it's at 236. Like, it'd be better if they. I think they keep respawning planes. I don't know if you can truly get rid of them all.
Yeah, because it seemed like there were also stronger planes showing up at a certain point, right?
And also, some of them will just like fly right into it, and then it tears like half of the plane body off.
And you don't have like stronger guns. I guess it's not. They're getting taken out when you shoot them out of the sky.
Wait, Change Laney points out that there might be a stationary turret at the bottom.
Wait, a turret?
Yeah, a turret.
Okay.
What did I say?
Oh, I think you said. I think you said turret, but I just wanted to make sure I understood what we were talking about.
Wait, hold on. There is.
And you can turn that on?
Wait, how do I shoot? Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh, does this make this like so much easier?
I mean, I don't have to worry about maneuvering or getting blown out of the sky, so yes.
Oops.
Why was this way off to the side? Why isn't it like right next to the egg?
Good call. Who is that caught that? Change Laney? Yeah.
Why is this so far away from the egg?
Are you shooting eggs?
Yeah. I think that's really the only bullets in game are eggs.
Whoa!
But look at this. They haven't even touched the egg yet. The egg still has...
Well,
I mean, they barely touched it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not completely... All right, you got a minute left.
When they're glowing, does that mean they're going to, like, do something? Oh, they just start kamikazing at a certain point. They just, like, fly right into it.
Whoa. Can you put something over the egg, I wonder?
Like build something and just be like, haha, like a box.
I mean, that's. Like
if this was Tears of the King,
right? I mean, that's the the crazy things people are making with just like where they will make a giant box with lasers inside of it and then just like plop it on top of a bokoblin. You know,
like, that's smart.
Like especially like the big bokoblins. I forget what they're called, but the ones that are like sleeping out in the world. You know, just pop a giant
that almost seems
laser
too
box
mean
on them
to do. Like you almost feel like this is kind of cruel in a way. Like just the horror of waking up to something like that.
I saw someone make one that was just like fire. Uh-oh, did that one hit?
I won.
How are we doing? 495. Okay.
I think I also got that one by the skin of my teeth. But it's okay.
I think they're okay. It was like 388. All right.
God. Thank you, Change Lady, for pointing it out. We would have been doing it I mean, they did say in the description, like, hey, you can use a plane. But I don't know if they really... I mean, maybe we just skip by because we don't read here.
I mean, yeah, no one to blame but ourselves, frankly.
We were elected to... Oh, my God.
What is that?
Oh, my God.
I'm a little bit behind you, so I thought you were commenting on like the giant hologram in the distance, and I was like, oh, what is that? And then it was like, oh no, he was commenting on getting flung, just absolutely flung from the car. That was crazy.
Oh, all right. Hey, TT.
These are usually races, aren't they?
Why does TT look like a failed 90s platforming mascot?
God, do you think that's the intention, maybe? Honestly?
You think Rare, like, designed him for something and never used them? Like, oh, he was going to get his own game, then we went another way, but we still have the design docs.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly.
Because, I mean, he's got, like, the same sort of, like, toot about him. Like, hey, he's got the marketing look of, like, what do kids like? I don't know. You got to put a chain on him, man, that says he's number one. Because they won't know he's number one unless he has a chain that says he's number one. And give him some jeans and...
Yeah, but what cereal is he selling? I mean, that's what I want to know.
It's probably like a... I could see it being like a honey thing because he's yellow.
Honey cheetah paw. Snack
now I'm thinking
balls.
of Cheetos flavored cereal, and that sounds horrifying. like if they made like cereal puffs with Cheetos dust on it.
Pour milk over that sucker.
Or you get the Flamin' Hot ones, which is now a movie.
Yeah, I watched it. It was all right.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus and Hulu and stuff.
Wait, Disney made that?
I don't know, man. They own Hulu or something. It's
yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't know that came out. I feel like I only started seeing the trailers recently, but I thought that was like down the line.
No, it's like a streaming thing. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's fun. I kind of like. I mean, that's like kind of like the new biopic is like the business pick. You know, it's like let's look at how this like weird sort of memorable thing in culture happened, like that BlackBerry movie.
Yeah. Or like
which, by the way,
founder.
that movie is fantastic. I loved BlackBerry. That's like one of my favorite movies of the year.
I think you were the first one. I think I found out about that from you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that?
Keep an eye out for weird movies.
Where is that at? Was that in theaters or was that on streaming?
It was in
service?
theaters. I use Vudu a lot. Do you know about Vudu?
Yeah, I've used Vudu.
I use Vudu all the time. Every Tuesday and Friday, I check and see what's new. And like I think I fully bought BlackBerry because the reviews were really good and it looked interesting.
I thought you were saying that you bought a BlackBerry because you liked the movie so much.
I do kind of. It's funny watching it. I'm like, man, I wouldn't say no to a keyboard on my iPhone, honestly.
They still make BlackBerries, or did they just change to regular smartphones?
I think they're done.
Like
I don't think.
Did they get bought? Did anyone acquire them?
I don't remember.
Yeah, like who owns the BlackBerry brand?
I remember looking at it after the movie because it was like interesting. By the way, that BlackBerry movie, the other cool thing about it is it has a lot of just like tangential video game stuff, right? Like, there's a scene where they hire a bunch of people and they like hire them from video game companies and stuff like that. BlackBerry. Okay, so BlackBerry.com is still a functioning website. But it's got the guy that voices Sam Fisher and Splinter Cell as a character, and Sungwon.
Michael Ironside?
Yeah, Michael Ironside's in it, and Sungwon Cho, is that how you pronounce his name? Who's very, he does a lot of voice work in video games. He plays a character in it as well.
Why did this car get so fragile? I just what? I just lost.
It's been fine for like 6 episodes, and then now, as of last week, it's just been like.
Just a lemon that I'm driving, basically. And I don't know where that wheel went.
Who needs 4 wheels?
And I kind of need to carry stuff a little. There it is. Is that how the difficulty scales? Is that the car just gets more fragile throughout the game?
There you go. Oh, boy.
Okay, I need to check that out. I've noticed this recently, too, with reading especially, where I'm liking reading more biographies lately than fiction.
Yeah.
Like, just give me an interesting story about a person that did something. Doesn't even have to be anything mind-blowing, but just did a cool thing, and I just want to learn about him. Like, I'm actually reading, because Kyle, I don't know if you noticed about me, but I'm a wrestling fan.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't see that in you.
Very much know that about you.
I'm reading Brian Goritz's book, Brian Goritz was the head writer of Monday Night Raw from like 99 to like 2015. And he's probably most famous as being The Rock's lead writer. Like, he still works with The Rock to this day. At like
he probably came up with, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Right?
No, Rock came up with all his catchphrase, but like, and he stressed this in the book. He's like, I get that a lot. But like, oh, you came up with all the Rock stuff? And he's like, no. The Rock came up with all that stuff. But I was like really good at helping him, like, tighten things up, and like he knew how to write for that character. So like Rock always really loved working with him because they just like had a great chemistry, and that's why he still works with him now. But he wrote a book just talking about his time as the lead writer of Monday Night Raw, and it's just all these hilarious stories about getting into situations with Vince McMahon and accidentally angering wrestlers, because he's like, as an outsider that is a wrestling fan growing up, but then you're like this introverted like nerd that gets brought into this this world filled with egos and like masculinity, and like the number of times he's almost gotten beat up, and also you're the guy responsible for these guys' careers, of like, you're the make and break of like, hey, are you super popular? Are you gonna get TV time or a good story or not?
Yeah.
He had a great story where his first day on the job at Monday Night Raw, and I was like, lost my car. But I don't think I need it for this, honestly, at this point. Actually, I'm just gonna start over. I'm already past the threshold. But he was saying, like, oh yeah, like I went to my first Raw just as an observer, walk around, watch the process, and then afterwards he got in the car with Vince, Stephanie, and Shane McMahon because they had to drive to Philadelphia to film SmackDown the next day. And he's like, it's like 1, 2 a.m. He's like, by the time we got to Philly, it was like 3 a.m. and we pulled into this neighborhood, like this kind of like nice neighborhood. You know, obviously it's quiet, dead at night. And he's like, and out of nowhere, Vince, who's in the passenger seat because the son's driving, just leans over and starts honking the horn like furiously, like beep, 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 in this quiet neighborhood. And then he just laughs his ass off and he's just like, that'll wake him up. Ha 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 ha. And then he just laugh.
Sounds like a very stable person who should be in charge of a major corporation.
I mean, Vince is infamous for like having a very interesting sense of humor. Some might say childlike.
That's a nice way to put it, Marcus.
Like he thinks that the funniest thing that can ever happen is people stepping in dog crap.
Okay.
Or people falling in pools. Like those are his two things.
Okay.
Like if you fall into a pool, he thinks like that's peak comedy. Nothing gets better than that. He's a weird guy.
Once they invented pools, they figured it out. No, I could totally see that being a fascinating book, even for me, of just like someone who doesn't follow wrestling, but just like
it's good read
here's
for
a
non-wrestlers,
collection
too.
of kind of, I mean, politely crazy people who all work together, right? Like,
yeah, it's a good read for if you're not a non-wrestling fan, because he does explain insider stuff. He assumes like, hey, if you don't follow wrestling or whatever, here's what this is and stuff. But there's some good life lessons in there, just about having to work in that environment and stuff he learned about himself. I'm enjoying it. I'm like
avoiding Vince McMahon. Right?
Oh no, that's impossible. And it's just getting yelled at by Vince McMahon every week and wondering if you're gonna get fired every night.
Oh boy, just yeah.
So low stakes.
The staple of a healthy career. Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, what are you doing?
I thought it was plugging these holes up. I think
Did you have to break them first to get the plug out or something?
Oh, is that what it is?
I mean, I don't know. Because you broke.
Oh,
but like,
I thought the ball was good enough, but that makes more sense.
I mean, I don't know.
No, you're right. Because
okay.
Yeah, I thought the ball was enough.
And then you
it's
put that in there?
Okay, so I mean, I still have plenty of time to get the Jiggy if I don't stop getting assaulted.
Because you got to plug up 3 of them, it looks like?
Well, 2 more, yeah.
2 more, yeah, 2 more. 3 total, yeah.
3 total, yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
Oscar has got to go. It's good to hear from you, Oscar. Have a happy Father's Day weekend.
Bye, Oscar. Yeah, call your fathers, folks.
Yeah.
You call my stepdad, but like, remember when you almost murdered those 2 old ladies?
Well, they did it first.
After they almost murdered us. Nope, come here, you. I like how they explode into bolts. Reminds me of Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what a
good.
series. The last bastion of third-person like character mascot game. Really, is that?
Yeah, there's not really.
Also, okay, it's like I can't turn it. Again, Tears of the Kingdom. Like I can't turn it the way it needs to be. So I kind of have to. Okay, I guess that works.
I was going to say, there's got to be like a way to do it. It should just kind of. All right, yeah.
That counted. Yeah.
One more. You got a minute and a half.
But no, I've already passed the goal.
Well, I don't. No. Do the third one, because I think maybe once you do 3, that will move the. It's more about getting the stoppers in rather than the timer. I think I could be totally wrong.
Like it's like a combination of like how fast you stop and So like even if you passed it from like I don't know.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, I could be totally wrong.
Oh boy.
But that was
like
the deal with
spot.
like there was something else we did recently. Can you get it?
Also, that annoying fan enemy is here. There's 2 of them.
Those guys are the worst.
And he just blew the cap right into the ocean.
Oh god. Can you destroy those guys?
I can, but it might not matter anymore.
I got 30 seconds. Yeah, all right.
It was on the thing, and then they just noped that thing right off.
I mean, that's it, right? I mean, you can't. It's too far gone. Do we need? Is it time to restart?
Yeah, it'd be easier just to restart.
Maybe come here first and do that one first.
Those might be. I know those rolly things can be annoying, but I think those fan things are worse. Maybe because there's not as many of them, so every time they show up, it's an unpleasant surprise.
Right. Also, like, they make it so you can't get close to them, right? Which is like,
you gotta really work to get to them. And I don't like working. Who does?
Yeah, it's Friday afternoon. Come on.
That's right. Come on, it's Friday.
You gotta get down on
And
Friday.
what the? Who did that? Was that?
Whoa!
God.
Is that the wind? Okay.
Yeah, I mean that first box from that angle, it seemed like he shouldn't have been able to blow it at me. But okay.
Yeah, you just gotta take these guys out. I think, right? Like that's the strategy.
I'm gonna push through this like Goku. Almost, just like him, as you can see.
Has he ever done that? Like
Oh, he's
walked
pushed
against
through like
the wind?
energy blast, probably, right? Like,
Oh, that's probably true. Yeah.
I like it when he I guess this isn't just a Goku thing, this is just a Dragon Ball thing, but one of the most satisfying things is when somebody shoots like an energy blast and they like backhand it out of the way like it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
Like they just say like, oh, that was cool, and then just boom, like, yeah.
I don't think that's the plug. Okay.
It popped somewhere. I thought that. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, we're still doing good.
We've basically got it.
There we go. All right, one down. We're still in the blue too, so good. And that should have been the hardest one. So
Yeah, I think so.
I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're in the clear. Also, Kyle, I don't know if you told everyone else, but you told me that you finally saw Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You're in
I
the
did.
club.
Good movie.
Great movie. No spoilers, obviously, but
Yeah.
how do you?
Yeah,
do
no
you
spoilers.
where do you think it ranks compared to the first one? Do you like it more or less? Where are you at?
I still like the first one more, because I mean it's just like they did it first.
The
is basically what
novelty
it comes.
factor.
Yeah, like, but I really loved. I like where the second one ended. I like, you know. Oh yeah, you gotta flip it over. Not enough Peter B. Parker. That was a problem. That was a knock against it. Can't have too much. He'll just always be Nick Miller in my mind. But I don't know if you watch New Girl at all. But
I've seen some of it. Yeah.
yeah, I love New Girl. It's a great show. But yeah, so that was like my one complaint. Is like needs more Burrito Parker. You know,
Yeah.
just because he was the funniest character. You know. But
Yeah.
there's so much Gwen, and Gwen's the best. Like the movie opens with her like playing drums, and I play
Apparently,
drums,
only
like,
half of the audience could hear what she was saying.
oh, because there was like sound mixing issues or something.
Yeah, even I in the theater, I was like, I understand that like she's drumming, but it's like it feels like it shouldn't be. Like I heard all of it, but I was like, this could be louder, and I thought it was just me. But I saw a news story saying like, yeah, fans are having a hard time hearing that part.
Yeah, I saw a headline that they did send out like an update because it's all streaming. I think like they send a file. Basically,
Yeah, they don't
these
send
days.
film reels anymore, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my understanding is like that they did
I didn't get
send
the
out an
Jiggy, by the way.
updated version. So I'm assuming that's what I saw. You didn't get the Jiggy?
Never mind. It was a delayed Jiggy.
Oh, okay. The old delayed Jiggy.
It scared me. Okay, I'm glad they patched the movie.
I mean, I think so because I didn't really have any sound issues other than not really
Yeah, I wonder
being able to
if
understand.
it happened.
Hobie.
Like, did you watch that version?
I would assume so. I mean, it was just I saw that headline like 2 weeks ago, and I saw the movie like this week.
Okay.
The only person I couldn't understand was Hobie because of his accent, but I think that was on purpose. I think that was by design.
It was basically variations of fight power, screw the man, you know.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. That's the thing. He's more of a tone.
Fight the power. Yeah, let's make a. I can't do like a thick like. What accent was that? Like which region of?
Yeah, I don't know.
Britain
It's just
was
like.
that?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Hobie fan club though, huge now. I saw he might be the breakout star in terms of new character. Like people really
Yeah, I like
love
Hobie
him
a lot.
Yeah, he was great, and I love the way they rendered him too.
Well, I liked, I think Miles, again, hopefully this isn't a spoiler, but Miles has a line where Hobie doesn't have his mask on. Spider-Punk.
Yeah, we're
And
talking about
Miles
Spider-Punk, by the way.
Yeah. And Miles was like, how do you look cool even without your mask on? Like he has that line, which is very funny. But as I was watching, I was like, man, he does look cool. Like he's not wrong. Like he is the coolest looking Spider-Man in the room.
That's a good, like when you think about it, what superheroes look as cool outside of their costume as they do with it?
Yeah.
Not even like some good looking character, like I don't know, like Tony Stark. I think looks like a cool guy, but like not like a wow, you know?
Yeah. I'll
And,
take
like,
you with or without your superhero
because
costume.
even like Bruce Wayne is just kind of like, just looks like a good looking guy, I guess.
Businessman, you know.
Black haired guy. Same with Clark Kent. Got glasses.
Duke Faison says, "Have you seen the trailer for the new Jackie Chan movie? It looks like a
is
Call
that-
of Duty multiplayer map. He's got like a Jackie Chan classic Jackie Chan movie.
Isn't there one with John Cena in it too? Is that the one he's talking about? Okay, I gotta
Looking it up.
transport a really fragile egg, by the way.
Fun, good.
So nothing could go wrong here. I don't know where I'm bringing it. That's also the thing. It just said
He has a movie called New Police Story 2. Which
he's going back to Police Story.
Well, I'm just saying it seems redundant, right? It's like either call it New Police Story or call it Police Story 2. Don't call it New Police Story 2.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, is there a new Police Story 1 that I've never heard of? Like, I know Police Story, but it's like, did they bring it back? And this is like, you know, like New Super Mario Brothers, like this is part of the new series.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, yeah, I'm going back to my roots now. I'm 2D again.
All right, there's a he's got a bunch of movies here. There's a documentary,
I don't know
Home
what to do with this.
Operation.
I'm gonna quit and restart. Just I want to know what I'm doing. Jackie Chan making a comeback too. 'Cause remember, he's Master Splinter in that new Ninja Turtles movie,
Right.
which I'm super pumped for.
Yeah, that movie looks great.
Yeah.
He's probably kicking himself for turning down. You know that story? He turned down Everything Everywhere All at Once.
No, was he
was
he gonna be Data's character?
No, he was going to be Michelle Yeoh's character.
Oh, really?
And then when he turned it down, then they sort of re-examined it to be like a mother's perspective as opposed to like, you know, a father's perspective, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
And then Michelle Yeoh took over the world. So I bet Jackie Chan is like,
Yeah.
dang it.
It's kind of wild because Michelle Yeoh is a veteran actress. Like, she has been in big things before this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Been
Crouching
forever.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon is an iconic movie in its own right. But it's always weird of like, this is the one where everyone kind of wakes up and go like, oh wow, she is a great actress. I was like I've
Yeah.
always been a fan of hers, but I mean, I'm happy to see her getting her flowers finally. But I'm kind of like, she's been putting in good work for like ever. God.
Yeah. But she's, at least in American films, she's always ends up kind of being like a really memorable secondary character. You know?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, great movie. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
It's funny. I'm picturing that now, trying to imagine it with Jackie Chan. 'Cause I think that could have still been good with him because he's really
Oh,
good
yeah.
at comedic roles.
It would have been good. It would have been very different. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was sitting at the Oscars, just like pouting in his chair. I'm like, dang, y'all didn't tell me it was gonna be like this. But
I
that's
mean,
the thing.
if the Daniels come to you with a movie and you look at their previous work, I could understand you kind of being like, man, I don't know. I don't know about this.
Like, that's always fascinated me. Those like what if stories with Hollywood of like,
Yeah, yeah.
so and so was offered what would become a legendary role, but they turned it down. And it's like, look, and people always make fun of like, how could you? It's like, but you don't know at the time. Like at the time, it's just words on a paper.
Yeah.
Like in like the times where people accept things thinking it would be the best thing ever, and then it's a disaster. And it's like, you
I know,
can't really detect like, oh yeah, I envision this being an Academy Award-winning role, and this is gonna live on in the annals of time.
Well, the most famous one is Will Smith turning down Neo to do Wild Wild West, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty.
But
That's a
I
pretty
mean,
big, bad one.
it's he's talked about it on occasion, and the thing that he's like, and I totally sympathize because it's like, can you imagine the Wachowski brothers at the time, the Wachowski siblings, trying to explain to you what the Matrix was going to look like without seeing it, and like how difficult that would have been to explain?
Yeah.
Like it's like
They
if
went
someone
up to
had tried to explain it to me, I think I would have been like, I don't get this. I don't know what you're going for here. So I kind of get it. You know?
Do you think they went to Will Smith and they sat him down and said, have you ever had a dream that didn't really feel like a dream, but you weren't sure, and like the dream was maybe, you know.
How about this? Have you seen Ghost in the Shell at least? Like,
Can you just go watch this real quick and you get an idea? Also,
but he said the thing that they were pitching him on in those early meetings were where they had the camera set up, the 360-degree cameras.
Yeah.
To shoot, and that was like their pitch for him, rather than like getting into the sort of minutia of the story.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. He's like, I don't get it. Like, what do you mean? You have a ton of cameras? Like, what does that mean?
I will say this. I don't know if this is a hot take. As much as I love Keanu Reeves, I think Will Smith might have been a more interesting Neo.
It would have been different.
Just because he has more.
He would have had jokes, you know.
He just has more. Even if he's still playing like a serious role, he just has more outward charisma. I feel like we're only now appreciating Keanu Reeves, like in a post-John Wick world. Again, he's another guy that's been putting in work for a long time, but John Wick has like reminded people, oh yeah, Keanu Reeves. But like, I've never liked Neo as a character. Like, I just wanted to be him in the sense of like, oh, it'd be cool to have his powers, but I don't want to be Neo the person.
Yeah, he's stoic. He's stoic, cool guy. Is like that's how you would.
I don't even know if he's
him,
cool. His powers are cool, but he himself is not cool.
Yeah.
Anyone's cool if he can fly.
And do Ben Hansen over at MidMax would call Matrix, I forget how he phrased it, but I think he's right, where he would call it the most successful movie that doesn't have any jokes in it. Right? Like, it's really a movie that does not have maybe a teensy little bit of comedy, like maybe one minor joke here or there.
Yeah, even Schindler's List has a joke. Just kidding.
But I think Will Smith would have had he would have at least been a Neo that would have a couple jokes here and there, where Keanu Reeves does not have any jokes,
Yeah, like and again, I don't need the Matrix to be Wild Wild West, I guess, but I just feel like it could have Neo could have had like maybe like a little bit more swagger to him,
Yeah, no, I think you're totally right. Like, yeah, I love Reeves, but and maybe that's what Neo needed to be, Maybe we wouldn't like quippy Neo. I don't know.
Can you imagine the back and forth with Mr. Smith if it was Will Smith talking to Smith?
Oh, see, that's why it all falls apart. We can't have Smith and Will Smith.
Yeah, no, we don't like Smith on Smith violence here.
By the way, Marcus, we're at wrap up time here.
Yeah, I was actually I thought it'd be good to just for the satisfaction of like wrapping this up by turning in my Jiggies.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. We got all of those Jiggies today. Like, we cleaned that world out.
This was a successful episode.
Yeah, we got a haul today because we got the free ones and then we got like 6 from that world. So we are banking in Jiggies. So watch this. Look at them all come out. Look at that. If I wish I could, like Scrooge McDuck, just dive and swim around in these. All right, let's drive them up here. Yeah, as we kind of wrap up here, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys are getting ready to have a fun, relaxing weekend. Is this the last weekend before Final Fantasy comes out? When is that?
Ooh,
is that still like another week away? That's not next week, is that?
Let me see.
22nd?
June 22. So it'll be this Tuesday, right?
Yes. Wait, no. Oh, no, Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Next year. Yeah, this is the last weekend before.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the last weekend to try to finish up as much of Zelda as I can before the other big thing, giant thing comes out.
Yeah. And I think the Final Fantasy 16 demo, I think progress actually transfers.
Yeah, I actually didn't fire up the demo yet because I kind of thought like, oh, do I want to start it and then not be able to play it for like 2 weeks?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm kind of
also real
spoiled in that way where I would rather just wait to have the full thing,
And also, Kyle, look at all the things we just unlocked for next time. Look at egg turret with a seat attached to it.
A detacher? What's a detacher?
Oh, does it take like parts away from other vehicles? Because that would be a fun troll thing to do. Of like, we're in a race, I'm gonna take your wheels away.
Maybe that's what everyone has. That's why it's like been making it so difficult, you know?
Got another floater, a spring. Again,
Floater 4.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Spring 2?
Get some spring.
Yeah, these
action.
are very Zonai-esque, aren't they?
Actually, yeah, the parts, yeah. And then just a box.
Wait, hold on a second. Nuts and Bolts reminds us of Tears of the Kingdom.
Wait a second here. Okay. You know, if this was the Matrix, maybe Nuts and Bolts is the Keanu Reeves Neo, and then Will Smith is the Tears of the Kingdom Neo.
Or this is Dark City, and Tears of the Kingdom is the Matrix.
Dark City.
I've never watched Dark City, but I hear that's very influential, or it feels very Matrix-y about it a couple months before the Matrix came out, right?
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've heard that. Yeah, let's get out of here, Kyle.
Let's do it. It's Friday.
It's Friday. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks, I guess, because Kyle will not be here. So
Correct.
2
Yeah, we'll
weeks.
see what next week's looks like. We don't know yet, but Marcus will figure it out.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, 2 weeks, we'll be back with part 8 of our Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts Super Replay. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.